Good evening. Welcome to Source 16 News at 10. I'm Tammy Hancock. Near this hour, a Fort Campbell woman was sentenced in federal court today to 2 years in prison for the sexual abuse of a minor boy. In addition to the 24 months imprisonment, U.S. Attorney David Hale reports 21-year-old Catherine Mae Hoffman was sentenced to 5 years supervised release and is required to register as a sex offender. A federal grand jury in Paducah returned an indictment on March 2nd of 2010 against Hoffman, and she entered a guilty plea on the charge on November 1st. According to court records, around January 21, 2010, while living on the Fort Campbell military base, Hoffman engaged in a sexual act with a minor boy who was at that time 14 years of age and at least 4 years younger than the defendant. After Hoffman was confronted by the family of the minor and by law enforcement, and after requests from the family to cease contact with the minor, court records indicate she still continued communications with him through electronic mails. It was business as usual for the Christian County High School Site-Based Decision-Making Council during tonight's regular meeting. The council unanimously approved the first reading of the school's 2011-12 curriculum guide that includes changing several English, math, and science courses from college preparatory classes to advanced placement classes. The guide also includes rotated classes like Family Consumer Science class and lists the school health and physical education course as a year-long class instead of offering either class part of the year. CCHS teacher Lori Dexter explains why the guide was updated.
Short of taking one and laying it beside the new one and going through every single thing at a time, that would take forever. So you sort of have an overview of what's there and what's not there, and then you can look at the guide and look it up if you choose to do that. But it's a way to get through it a little faster.
You got a cheat sheet.
Yeah, you got a cheat sheet.
In other action, the council approved allowing teachers to select 3 of their top choices in selecting SBDM committees, and Johnson will then compile those choices and make a recommendation to the council. In other business, school math teacher Barbara Stevens told the council that several of her students have improved tremendously on the measurement of academic process tests, otherwise known as MAP.
Right now, what I've got for all my classes, I still have some that weren't here, is my classes have went up on average. I had 13.3 in one class, 5 in another, 5.2, 7.6.
And those are averages of your whole class?
Yes.
The CCHS Site-Based Council scheduled a special called meeting for this Thursday afternoon at 4:30 to discuss the 2011-2012 curriculum guide. In other news, Fort Campbell officials will be hosting an Eagle Remembrance Ceremony tomorrow afternoon to honor 6 fallen 101st Airborne Division soldiers. Officials will be recognizing the following soldiers who paid the ultimate sacrifice: 29-year-old Staff Sergeant Curtis Oakes of Ohio, 21-year-old Private First Class Zachary Salmon of Ohio, 29-year-old Staff Sergeant Sean Flannery of Pennsylvania. In addition, officials will be recognizing 25-year-old Sergeant Michael Beckerman of Montana, 26-year-old Corporal William Middleton of Virginia, and 22-year-old Specialist Lancaster of Alabama. The Eagle Remembrance Ceremony is open to the public and will take place tomorrow afternoon at 4 at the Family Resource Center. Meanwhile, 4 Currahee heroes were recognized by Fort Campbell officials this afternoon for their valorous deeds while in action. Officials presented 2 Purple Hearts to Staff Sergeant Ruth Guerrero and Specialist Stephen Ferguson after they were both injured while in combat in Afghanistan last year. Guerrero says she will never forget about the October 4th events that led up to her Purple Heart Award.
When this happened, I thought about everybody that was with me in my vehicle. There was other people in my vehicle, so I didn't think about me. I just thought about them, what happened to them too that was there, and I wanted to make sure that everybody else was safe. I was a TC in this vehicle that when this happened, so I wanted to make sure that everybody else was alive at first, and then make sure that everybody else was, nobody else was really bad wounded or had a bad caught or anything like that. So we just wanted to make sure that everybody was safe and not dead or anything like that. So.
In addition, the Army Commendation Medal was awarded to Sergeant Joseph Sandlin and Specialist Joshua Brown. Brigadier General Jeffrey Coates says, quote, "It was a privilege for him to be amongst the great heroes," adding that their actions contributed to the legacy of the 506th Infantry Regiment. Officials say if you need a living testament to what it means to be a hero, look no further than these 4 brave Kurohis who fought courageously for their country. The award ceremony was held at the Kurohi headquarters. A Benton man has been sentenced to 10 years for causing a fatal wreck while driving under the influence. A Marshall County judge reportedly sentenced Brad Chandler to 10 years in jail yesterday after he pled guilty to driving under the influence of alcohol and caused a wreck last year that killed his best friend. Media reports say Chandler's attorney, Mike Ward, plans to file a motion for shock probation within 30 days. Shock probation allows people to be released from jail between 30 and 180 days from when they begin their sentences under the theory that the experience has shocked them into refraining from other bad acts. A dog that was found dead on the side of the road that belonged to last week's murder victim, Susan James, apparently died after being hit by a vehicle. After performing a necropsy on the deceased female boxer mix, Hopkinsville police report a Breathitt diagnostic lab doctor informed the detective division today that it appears the dog died from trauma consistent with being hit by a vehicle. The dog's body was found about halfway between James's home and where her body was found by a passing motorist a week ago today on the side of Christian Quarry Road. Late Friday, police asked for the public's assistance in locating the female boxer mix named Brandy after detectives did a search of James's home and discovered the dog missing, possibly in the US 68 East Russellville Road area. Saturday, police say a passing motorist thought he had seen the dog that they were looking for lying on the side of the road in the 500 block of McLean Avenue or Russellville Road. Kentucky State Police are investigating the theft of about $60,000 worth of copper cable from the Dawson Springs area. Mine Equipment and Mill Supply Company, located on Mine Equipment Road, reported the theft of 11 spools of heavy copper cable sometime between February 25th and March 4th. Police say it appears that the suspects may have traveled on Jimmy Lovell Road to remove the stolen copper cable valued around $60,000. Anyone with information regarding this investigation should contact Kentucky State Police at 1-800-222-5555. According to State Police, callers may remain anonymous. Christian County Fiscal Court unanimously approved a grant worth over $100,000 to go towards the purchase of 13 new tornado sirens. Magistrates unanimously approved to cover any cost that was more than the grant. Emergency Director Randy Graham explains the importance of the $190,000 Christian County Early Warning Siren Project.
Randy Graham's been involved in that as far as...
Right now we've got 7 tornado sirens for our entire county, and we're the second largest county in the state geographically, so it's important to get as much warning out to our residents as we could, and this grant is going to increase from the 7 that we have in place now to 20, and then Housing Authority of Hopkinsville has recently purchased 2, so that's going to give us 22 for our entire county, which greatly enhances the amount of people that we can warn.
Meanwhile, Fiscal Court approved a disproportionate minority contact project grant worth a little over $13,000 to act as a fiscal agent to study local law enforcement contact with juvenile minorities and to examine how Christian County compared to other counties. In other action, magistrates approved an updated Pennyroyal Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan and awarded Tom Jenkins a contract to mow county road right-of-ways. In addition, Rips bar owner Joey Allen pleaded with Fiscal Court to let him sell alcohol until 1 a.m. instead of midnight Monday through Friday, but no action was taken by magistrates. The next Fiscal Court meeting is scheduled for Tuesday morning, March 22nd. A new planning commissioner in Mayfield has been sworn into office. Mayor Teresa Cantrell administered the oath of office to Sean Jones last night during the Planning Commission meeting. According to the mayor, Sean and her husband Willard have been business owners in Mayfield for several years. Mayor Cantrell said, quote, "Sean and Willard have expressed a desire to make Mayfield the best that we can be, and they have stepped forward to join us in several capacities, working toward that end." Currently, the Mayfield Planning Commission is working on updating the city's comprehensive plan elements. A Clarksville man charged with murdering an elderly Paris Landing couple in December of last year has been indicted by a Henry County, Tennessee grand jury. 31-year-old Edward Michael Taylor was indicted Monday on 2 charges of first-degree murder, especially aggravated burglary and kidnapping, aggravated robbery, and theft of property, according to the Paris Post-Intelligencer. Taylor is charged with the December 3rd deaths of 80-year-old Kenneth Walker and his 76-year-old wife, Barbara, at their home on Riverwood Drive just off Highway 119 in the Paris Landing area. He stole the couple's truck and 2 days later stopped in Marion County, where he reportedly called 911 and told authorities that he was wanted in Cannon and Montgomery counties on burglary and forgery charges. During a search, police determined the vehicle Taylor was driving was stolen from the Walkers in Henry County, and he confessed to police that he had killed the couple. Hopkinsville residents helped weed out hunger in our community today. Corn herbicide companies Halix GT and Syngenta have teamed up and formed the Weeding Out Hunger Roadshow, which is a 6-week tour that collects food donations and gives them to local food shelters.
It's very heartwarming to see that people really care about the people in their community who are less fortunate than themselves. It makes me, kind of teary-eyed.
The Weeding Out Hunger truck spent the day at Kaufman Value Plus on Greenville Road. All of the food donated at today's drive will go to Pinneral Allied Community Services Incorporated Food Bank. The truck will continue its 60-city campaign tomorrow and will be accepting donations at the Family Market on East 1st Street in Russellville from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Motorists traveling in Hopkins County need to be aware of a road closure tomorrow. According to Kentucky Transportation Cabinet officials, CSX Railroad plans to close Kentucky 2320 Happy Lane to allow an upgrade of the rail crossing halfway between US 41 Alternate and Kentucky 1034 Rose Creek Road. Motorists who regularly travel Happy Lane in western Hopkins County should be aware of this planned closure and make advance alternate travel plans. The road is expected to close around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and should reopen around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $127 million and Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is $40 million.